Hello, everyone. Welcome to this live stream on, on our Facebook group. Let me know if you can hear and see me okay. For the last 5 minutes, I've just been talking to myself. I was doing it through a custom streaming service and it didn't show up for some reason. So now we're doing things via the Facebook group method. I don't know if this is going to show up, so please let me know if you can hear me okay, if you can see me okay, and also let me know where you're from in the world as well. That would be awesome. I can't wait to share some incredible value with you guys and girls on this session. It's going to be roughly 30 to 60 minutes, depending on how many of you guys and girls want your niches researched, because I'm going to be delving into some niches right now live on air. This is going to be great for you if you're just starting out, you haven't yet done anything because the niche thing has been holding you back. You're not really sure, what niche to go into, whether one is better than the other, or maybe you have a bunch of different ideas and you don't know which of them is a good one to go into, which of them is a dud and a waste of time. Also, this is going to be great for you if you are already established in a niche and you aren't really gaining any kind of traction. You're spinning your wheels and you're just kind of taking time every single week to work on this stuff, but you haven't yet seen at least 10K per month, right? So this is going to help you massively either way. Let me know if you can see me okay and if you can hear me okay. Norman's here. Hey, Norman from Austin, Texas. Awesome to have you with us. I'm just going to go ahead and check that everyone can hear me on the Facebook group as well. Perfect. Awesome. So there seems to be a lot of a delay, like a huge delay. I don't know why. I did try and stream in the event, right? In the event that I made on Facebook, and it just didn't show up. I was like, where is everyone, right? Where is everyone? And of course, a lot of people are going to catch us on the recording, which is fine, but those people can't ask about niches that they want research live on air, right? Anyway, so let's get into it. Now, the first thing we always do is we try and think of like, what are our ideas? What are the options? Okay. Now, this is information that I've learned since doing this stuff since 2008, a very long time, over 13 years of doing this stuff full time. Okay. And also making over 8 figures online between ourselves and our clients. Okay, a lot of that is profit. Obviously, with digital products, you don't have shipping costs or anything like that you would do with an offline business. So what I'm telling you right now is based on experience of working with hundreds of coaching clients in our own business, when we're building businesses for our other clients in our Ultimate Done For You service, where we build, businesses from 0 up to 10K a month and hand it back to them, and so on and so on. Lots of different experiences, right? Just so you know that I am walking the walk as well as talking the talk. Okay. Now, the first thing we do is assess the options. So I usually just grab a piece of paper or, ask the client to grab a piece of paper and write down all of the possibilities, because we'll be working through them in this little exercise. So I'm first going to show you an example of what we usually do. And then I'm going to ask you guys and girls for any niches that you would like to be researched. So if you're watching this live, you have the benefit of being able to get your niche researched live on air. And if you are watching live, go ahead, drop a comment in the comment section, just say live or something like that, just so you can brag about it to everyone else in the group, and just so you can stand out as an action taker, right? So first thing is the options. So I usually just grab a pen and paper and say, what is my day job? With the client, what is your day job, right? That's the first thing you want to write down on the list. The next thing on the list is all the things you're interested in, like a hobby, any sort of interest at all. No matter if you think like, oh, I can't do anything with that, or even if it's super vague, I can help you to sort of narrow down into a niche in that area. Okay, so stick with us. The next thing we do is anything that you would like to become interested in, anything you would like to be good at over time. Okay, so we have 3 kind of stages here. The first thing is your day job, which you are very familiar with. So it's going to be very easy for you to talk about that topic, very easy for you to come up with content or to help people in that area. All right. The second level or stage of that options list is things where you may not be super knowledgeable in them, but you are okay to become knowledgeable over time. And that's all that matters, really. Nobody starts out being an expert. You become an expert by just knowing one thing more than your prospects do, and then you become better over time, and people pay you more and more money for that, right? And then we have the final stage, which is like, you may not be knowledgeable at all. You may not be an expert at all. You may not have any knowledge whatsoever, but you can, once again, become good in one of those areas as a last resort. So the low-hanging fruit is the top one. The middle hanging fruit is the middle section. And the far away kind of 2, maybe 3 months of learning and so on, maybe even less than that, actually. If you're a hardcore learner, that's when you can get into one of those areas as well, right? Now, a caveat to this is, if you've gained results in one of these areas, that's automatically going to make things so much easier for you. So put a little asterisk or a star next to that item on the list, right? Because when you've gotten results in an area, it makes it very easy to prove to other people, i.e. your prospects, customers, clients, whatever, that you are proficient in that area, that you have some expertise, experience, you've gained some results, which then you can teach other people how you achieve those results. So for example, if you are thinking about going into the weight loss niche and that's on your list of items or whatever, and you've lost, say, 30 pounds in the last 2 months because you followed this weight loss plan that you were on, and you want to help others do the same, that would be a great avenue to pursue, because you've already gained results in that area, and you can say, here's how I got these results, and here's the process I used, and you sell that process, whether it's in a product, whether it's in coaching or consulting or mastermind, whatever it is you want to do, right? So it becomes very easy to gain leverage and traction when you've gotten some results in an area. Similarly, if you're teaching people how to do something specific and you haven't gotten the results yourself, it's going to be very, very difficult to gain any kind of traction in that area. So for example, a lot of people in my industry, they start out in the make money online niche, right? Or whatever you want to call it. And it's like how you too can make $1,000 a day. And I asked them, have you made $1,000 a day online? And they're like, no, right? So there's a disconnect there. The prospector is going to ask them, have you made $1,000 a day online? For how long, right? And they're going to say, no. Why should the prospect learn from you in that case? So it's this backwards mentality, right? And they're like, oh, I can build up from nothing and start that. No, maybe that was possible 5 or 10 years ago, but in this competitive industry, especially nowadays after the coronavirus stuff has happened and it's still going on, a lot of people are trying to make money online. A lot of people are trying to go into that industry and have zero proof, and they're wondering why they can't make sales, because they're blending in with everyone else, right? So I would recommend starting in a niche outside of the internet marketing niche first, and then going into that one afterwards, if that's something you're considering, okay? Just fully putting it out there. I've had clients ignore this advice, and they've just come back to us a year later and said, James, I didn't make any sales. I couldn't get it to work. You win. I was wrong. Okay, so please don't waste a year and possibly thousands of dollars of your time pursuing an avenue that has been proven not to work. All right, a better approach is to focus on some other area where you have some semblance of results, or it's a topic where you don't necessarily need to prove results. So for example, the weight loss industry, there's lots of scientific studies out there you can reference if necessary. If people ask you, does this work? There's a lot of references out there, not to mention the fact you can use other people's results as well. So you can actually say to people, hey, review this product for free and just tell me what you thought of it afterwards. And then you can put that on your sales page as a testimonial, and that helps to gain some sort of traction, right? So that's just helping you if you're just starting out, you're not really sure which of them to choose, which of them is going to be the lowest hanging fruit. Now you have a list of some ideas. And by the way, let me know in the comments right now if this is making sense to you, because I don't want to skip over something and then you feel like it's been a bad live stream or whatever else. So let me know in the comments. Jim's here, Norman's here, awesome. Again, there's a bit of a delay, so I'm going to try and keep up with the chat. I'm going to like all of these statuses, all of these updates and comments and stuff. So Catherine is commenting on the live stream. So let me just go ahead and put the link here to the live stream. I'll just put it's in the group now, refresh it, we're live. Okay. Okay, awesome. Not sure why people can't see this live stream, but perfect. Okay. Right. So just clicked the wrong thing and I've opened Premiere Pro. We don't want to be editing videos on this live stream. Okay, so now I'm going to open up my browser here and I'm going to show you guys and girls what we do to validify the profitability of these niches. Okay, so let me go ahead and share my screen over here. This one, oh, we get a whiteboard feature. How cool, right? So I'll share the sound, optimize the video clip. Okay. Okay. Cool. So there we go. So now you should be able to see my screen. Is that right? Let me know if you can see my screen, because I want to, I want to show you guys and girls, right, where to click, how to click, that kind of stuff to do this stuff yourself, right? So Marketplace, that's the first place we go to. We go to clickbank.com. We create an account as an affiliate or as a vendor. It's up to you. We're not going to be promoting affiliate products. We're not going to be using the ClickBank as a vendor thing. It is free. It is free to create an account, okay? So there we go. Zoom disappeared for a second. I was like, why did it just end? Anyway, we're just going to be using that just so we have an account, because it requires an account for you to look at this stuff. So again, it's free, right? So clickbank.com, clickbank.com. There's also a few other sites I'll be walking you through as well, right? So stay tuned. But go to the Marketplace, and it should be a little shop icon in the left menu when you log in. I can't log in right now because it'll show you my account details and stuff. But if you click on it, it's a little shop vendor icon. Just click on it. When you hover over it, it should say Marketplace, all right? Or you can just go to this URL, accounts.clickbank.com/marketplace.htm. Okay, but yeah, on the left side, you'll see all of these categories, i.e. niches. And what you can do is look in any of them and assess, based on the data they give you, whether a product and the niche, therefore, is profitable. So here's what I mean. So if we go into, let's choose one at random here, self-help, right? This is a generic kind of overarching niche topic or industry, right? So scrolling down here, we can see lots of different things. I'm going to zoom in on this as big as I can. I know it might be small for some of you guys and girls watching on Facebook, so I'm going to read this stuff out. You don't need to read any of this stuff, right? But whenever you're looking at any of these topics, just choose the one that matches the one closest on your list of options. You'll see something that says grav, okay, which is short for gravity. So there should be a number next to this in green, and it will say, in this case, it says 171. Now, anything above 20 here for grav or gravity is basically saying that this product is profitable. People are buying this product. It's an indicator of that people are buying this, and the gravity is how quickly they're buying it and how much speed and momentum this product is picking up. Okay, so the higher the gravity is, the better. And if you have a product with a gravity of, say, 500, which is amazingly high, it's going to be much more profitable than a product which is around 10, for example, right? I personally wouldn't go into a niche if the product has a gravity of below 10, and also if it doesn't have any kind of listing in the next website I'll be showing you in just a few seconds, all right? So stay tuned on that. Don't discount it yet, because just because something isn't in ClickBank, it doesn't mean that it's not profitable overall, okay? But we like to start here because it's a digital product. It's showing intent for people in this audience to buy a digital product rather than like a physical workbook or, some garden furniture, something random, right? So it's just solidifying that intent, right? So at the very top, we have his secret obsession for females. You can click on these links, by the way, and view the sales pages and get a good idea and feel about the angles of these products. So you can actually reverse engineer them, looking at this from a marketer's perspective rather than a customer's perspective, and analyze what they're doing in their marketing and do something similar with your own stuff, right? Of course, you can tailor it to match what you want to do and what the market wants as well. So after the fall, this is a survival offer. It says here, survival offer. So this is preparedness, emergency survival, that kind of stuff, right? And this one has a gravity of 67, which again is higher than what we're looking for of 20. Now, just because it's below 20, if it's like 10 or 14 or something like that, it doesn't mean it's not profitable. It just means it's not really picking up speed that much, and you might find it difficult. It's basically adding more risk to this decision-taking process than you would want. Just if it's over 20, there's less risk of you making a wrong decision, okay? So you can do this with whatever niche you want, right? If you go to, let's have a look at spirituality, new age beliefs, that kind of stuff. So here we can see numerology, manifestation, attract your soulmate, which is kind of manifestation, more manifestation stuff, right? Law of attraction type of stuff. And whether you agree with it or not, this is a possible niche choice, right? So this has a gravity of 199. So you could happily spend an hour on here, look through all of the different topics to get some ideas if you don't yet have any ideas on your list as well. You can actually do this the other way around. And I don't really recommend doing this because you may end up choosing something you're not interested in. And if you go into a niche that you're not interested in, it's tough to find motivation to do anything in that niche, right? So you might just think, yeah, I'll put it off till tomorrow. But if you go into an area that you're excited about and you enjoy, you will not have the feeling of like, oh, I've got to work on this stuff. It's that you want to work on it. You enjoy it, right? So let me double check on Facebook for any comments as well. Jim is on Facebook as well. Perfect. Let me check this just to refresh the comments. Perfect. You can see me as well. Awesome. Just checking this stuff right now because this is the first time we've streamed in the group. We've streamed webinars and stuff on other platforms before, but never in the group. So just wanted to make sure you guys can still see this, right? So does that make sense so far? Let me know if that makes sense so far in the comments, just because I don't want to pass over anything and then have somebody say, James, I didn't understand this. Could you clarify that later? All right, while I'm here, let's just get that out of the way. So in this similar sort of topic here, if something is not on ClickBank, if you can't find your topic on ClickBank, it does not mean that it's not profitable. Okay, so similarly, the career coaching niche, for example, doesn't have that many products on ClickBank. Self-development in terms of Tony Robbins type stuff, that's not really that prevalent on ClickBank either. So there's lots of different industries that are very, very profitable that don't have many products on ClickBank, because after all, ClickBank is just one of many affiliate networks, of many networks of products. Okay, it doesn't mean that this is the be all and end all, right? Another one of these networks is Udemy.com. So that's UDEMY.com. As you can see right here with the logo. Let me zoom in to a massive logo there. So UDEMY, okay? If you go to udemy.com, you can look at this guy's attractive little face and you can basically search anything you want, anything in the search box. So it could be something like, let's use the career coaching niche. So you could type in career, right, and see what comes up. I'm saying this just because we had a client join us recently who's in the career coaching niche. So it's fresh in my mind and I've done the market research for them, right? So you can see here, 7,837 reviews, okay? 4.5 stars, awesome stuff. So imagine all of the people who buy a product and how many of those people leave a review, okay? So with this in mind, not everyone is going to leave a review. Personally, I barely ever leave reviews, right? It's just something I can't be bothered with, right? If I'm buying something off Amazon or whatever it is, I just have the thing and then I use the thing. I don't review it afterwards. It's not like I have a column in a newspaper. Why would I need to? That's just how I feel, right? Maybe you're the same. But whenever you look at the number of reviews, I usually multiply that by between 5 and 10 times to get a rough indication of how many people have purchased this specific products that you're looking at, right? So 7,000 reviews over here. Let's get a good old calculator and just get some exact numbers here, right? So 7,837 times 5, roughly, that's 39,000 sales at $27 a piece, well, $27.99 to be specific. That's nearly $1.1 million from this one product. Okay, so that shows that, and this is again the worst case scenario of like a 5 times rough guesstimation. In my experience, it's more likely to be a 10 times multiplier, just because only 10% of people who buy a product will leave a review, usually in our experiences and stuff like that. Sometimes even less. So a 5 times multiplier of the number of reviews is a conservative guesstimate, and it gives you a rough idea of whether people are buying this stuff. So Career Hacking World's Best Selling Job Search Course. So this is like searching for jobs, okay, in the career niche. So that would be a very good sign that the career niche is a very popular niche to go into, okay? Now, this is just one topic. There are tons of them out there, like career coaching certifications, learn new skills, life coaching, career success, job search. And you might see something in here, like here, for example, resume. And you go, oh, wow, that's another topic. Let's search for resume, right? So resume. And then you'd come up here and see 5,000 reviews on this one. So if you see multiple products like this with thousands of reviews, it's a very, very, very good sign. And it's almost guaranteed that your niche is going to be profitable if you do the right things. Of course, a niche is only profitable if you do the right things. If you just spin your wheels for ages, you try and sell something that people don't want to buy, if you don't have the right sales process in place, you're not following a proven plan, then of course it's not going to work out for you, right? Just giving you a full disclaimer there, full transparency. Another example could be something like manifestation, right? Just while we were talking about that a few minutes ago. And again, we have a client doing very well in this niche as well. So law of attraction, self-hypnosis, effortless manifestation, 1,000 reviews, times that or multiply that by 17.99 times 1,000 would be roughly, yeah, $17,000, which is awesome, right? So is that right? 1,000 times 17.99. 17.99 times one. Oops, where's my calculator gone? 17.99 times 1,000. There we go, $17,990 from this one product, keeping in mind that, of course, oh, okay, yeah, we didn't do the multiplier either. That's the very worst case scenario. That's just for the people who left the reviews. I was like, why is that so low? 17.99 times 5, the way around. Let's do this again. 1,001 times 5. Worst case scenario times 17.99. There we go. $90,000. That's better. Right? 17 is still great. I'm sure you'll agree, for one product as a front end offer. Because don't forget, these people now have a list of customers. Okay, so when somebody buys from you once, they will often buy from you again and again. So having this many customers on their list and opens up a bunch of avenues, and you can then enroll them into higher price consulting services, coaching services, masterminds, done for you services, whatever, at premium price points of $3,000 plus. So let's say even 10% of that 1,000 customers went to go ahead and spend $3,000 with you, with a coaching program or whatever. That's still a very large amount as well in terms of their entire business. One product is not a business, but this is just purely for niche research purposes, okay? And another great thing about doing this stuff is you can look at each of these products and see what people are talking about. The ones which are selling the best will typically have certain things in common. Like you might look at this and say, oh, okay, so this one is how to manifest happiness, how to manifest money, better health and loving relationships effortlessly, that kind of stuff, right? And you can look at the course outline, and that will give you an idea for your own products if that's something you want to do. So practicing manifestation, all that kind of stuff, right? Of course, this will vary depending on what niche you're looking at, but the process is exactly the same. You'll just open up products, get some ideas and inspiration, and do things that way. So does that make sense so far? Let me know in the chat box. I'm going to go ahead and check the comments. Ahmed says, sorry, I'm late. It wasn't playing for some reason on your phone. No worries at all there, Ahmed. Glad to have you with us. For some reason, when we started this live session, it wasn't streaming at all in the event I created. For some reason, I set it up correctly and everything else, and it just wasn't coming through. No idea why. So I need to look into that, basically, but I was able to get it into the group regardless, all right? So you might see like a never-ending thing here, like screen inside a screen. So let me go back to Udemy, right? Now, caveat here as well, if you're thinking, oh, that's easy, I can just put my product on Udemy and that's it. Guess what? These people are doing it wrong. They're getting these results and they're doing it wrong. Okay, because when you have a course on Udemy or some other site like that, there's a few others like Coursera and some other weird names as well. But essentially, when you're doing this stuff, you don't have your own sales process and your own funnel. Okay, so I would much rather you put this in your own website with your own sales process, with your own funnel. That way you can effortlessly upgrade people into your more premium offers instead of just having the customer buy one product for $17 and that's it. Especially if you're using paid advertising, you cannot afford to do this wrong. You will lose your shirt, you will lose thousands of dollars in wasted trial and error, okay? So do not put your courses on Udemy. It's the worst way to go. You can kind of do it in addition to what you're already doing on your site and not driving traffic to Udemy, but it's kind of extra effort, extra work, and I would much rather you make 10 times more than what you would do on Udemy than just guess, make it up as you go along and not get the results you want, all right? So hopefully that makes sense. So that's the second thing we do. We analyze if people are already buying stuff in this niche, because if you have a good idea, you think, well, people are going to go for that, right? You are not your customer. You are not your customer. Very important. What we think people want to buy isn't often what they actually want to buy. I would think, I'd be happy to teach mindset stuff all day long, but from experience, whenever I've released any products about that area or videos around the area, people haven't been interested. They've just not purchased it, or they've just not clicked, or whatever else. There's a very low amount of interest in the mindset topic within my niche. So therefore, I adjust the way I teach, the way I do things, to not focus on mindset too much. I focus on the strategies and then bundle in what they should know with the other stuff as well. So you're selling them what they want and then including what they need. All right. Once they're already inside, include what they need. That's a much better way of doing it than just trying to sell something you want to do because you think it's important. The better approach is to sell them what they want, what they're already showing you that they're buying right now, and then include what they need, right? Very important concept. That took me about 5 years to learn. Obviously, again, I've been doing this stuff since 2008, so over 13 years full time. So it's been a long journey, but that's one of the biggest lessons I've learned. Sell people what they want and then include what they need, right? So the next thing over here, if I move this Zoom panel out of the way, we can see, where is it? There we go. So the next thing is really like, how do you structure these products if you're going to be creating courses, coaching programs, consulting services, that kind of stuff? Well, yes, you could look at the list of, modules here. You could say, well, this is including this one, and all of the popular ones include these certain topics. And that would create a rough outline for what you could teach. But what if you had a way where you could look into the brains of your prospects, right? What if you could look into their minds and know what they were thinking? Well, there's a way of doing that without being creepy about it or being the FBI. And that is, if you're watching FBI Guy, ignore that, right? So what you can do is just go to Facebook. Good old Facebook, you should already be there watching this stream. And what you can do is, I'll say hi to Kendall. Hi, Kendall. We're live now. Refresh the group if you're not already watching. Okay. Perfect. What you can do is just search Facebook for your topics. So this could be, I don't know, let's think of some random topic. It could be weight loss, for example, right? Not that I need to lose any weight, but just to give an example, right? So Weight Watchers or something like that, or here we go. So what we can do is in the left side here, is go to groups. So in the groups section on the left menu, whenever you've searched for your topic, you'll find tons of these different groups. Okay, this one has 39,000 people in it. This one has 100,000 people. This one has 31,000, 35,000, 149,000, and so on and so on. What you can do is join each and every one of these groups, or as many as you want, or as many as you can handle, and go through them and see what people are complaining about, or what they need help with, what they're struggling with, that kind of stuff. And by looking through all of this stuff, you can get a very good understanding of your prospect, and that way you can create content and sell them what they want, right? So if you're thinking before, James, how do I know what they want instead of what I think they want? You can go ahead and do this stuff and figure out just by looking at what they're telling you in the group. So this one over here, for example, keto diet for beginners. Let's try and find one which is an open group. Here we go. So Is this one keto approved? Guess what? It's a chocolate shake. So people obviously want in this niche, I know because we have clients in this niche doing very successfully, people in this niche still want to eat tasty food while losing weight, while staying in ketosis, as an example, right? So that's something you can include in your products. And you should build up a very good idea of what your people are struggling with, and what kind of they react well to just by scrolling down this stuff. So keto is hard for me because I like alcohol. So that could be a part of your course, how to stay on ketosis, in ketosis when you have alcohol, and so on, right? You scroll down here, see what statuses have the most likes, have the most interactions, and you'll find a common theme. Like, people talk about a very similar topic over and over again. And especially true in the manifestation niche, just following this through with the examples we did before. If we go to the groups in the left menu again, and we'll find law of attraction quotes, stuff like this. There we go. So you're not stuck. So people are obviously stuck in this niche. They're feeling a bit kind of like uncertain about their future. This one here, clarifies that you're on the right path. Be grateful, and so on and so on. I'm becoming more richer by the second. Bad days are coming to an end. So people are struggling, right? And they want some sort of fulfillment that isn't really religion. And sometimes people include religion as well, but for the most part, it doesn't really include a religion. It includes like the universe and law of attraction stuff, right? And again, whether you agree with this stuff or not, this is just an example. The process is exactly the same, right? So your story will change for the better. I declare this week will be stress-free and full of financial success. So people in this niche are obviously very honed in on the fact that they want to be successful financially. And this is something we've seen with our clients as well, is that they really want to, or the prospects for these clients really want to buy products about manifesting finance in their life, right? So this is something that we've incorporated as the avatar of this industry, of this niche. So you can do this all day, but honestly, you only need about an hour or 2 hours. So let me click on this here. So yeah, you only need about 1 hour or 2 hours or so just to do this kind of stuff. Does that make sense? Let me know in the chat box. And by the end of that hour, you should have a very good picture of what your niche's profitability is. Let me know in the comments if this makes sense. If you have any questions, let me know. And also now opening up for reviewing your niches. Do you have a niche you would like me to review live on air? Please let me know. I will be happy to review any niches that you may want me to review. I can review the profitability for you. I can dig into what people are really wanting and stuff. And this is the kind of stuff that we do inside our Inner Circle coaching program all the time, by the way. So we do this stuff every single week. We're helping clients and stuff every single week live. So I'm quite familiar with this process. So let me know, and I'll be able to help you. Let me just double check. Awesome. Okay. Yeah, it's super annoying for everyone who's joined us late. Apologies. Facebook, when we first started this live stream, didn't put the stream inside the event. I was planning on having it all in one place inside the event, but for some reason, I clicked stream live and it said streaming live in the Facebook event, basically. And nothing was there. I was like, where is this thing? Where is it? Is it like in some other random person's group or something? I've got no idea. And then I had to, stop the stream, redo everything again. And then I posted it in the main group and it worked. Don't know why, so I need to look into that after this call. But hopefully you can now see it and it's all good. So, all right, so Ahmed here. Hi, James, thanks for this training. I'm thinking sales training materials niche. Is this even a niche? Videos, articles, courses, etc. I used to be a salesperson and had to give up to raise my kids. So not an expert at all. That's totally fine. Don't worry. I'm thinking about PLR articles and material and affiliate products if available. Does this niche work and have profitability? Perfect. So let's deal with that one. So sales training is a very profitable niche to go into, but there's a few little caveats there. There's a few different aspects of this niche and kind of sub niches or subtopics to go into. Now, what we did in the past was with we had a client and he was trying to teach old school sales tactics, like going door to door and, closing people at their homes and stuff like that. And while that is still okay to do, that's not something people want to do. It's not like people wake up in the morning saying, oh, I wish I could go door to door, right? That's not something people want to do. It's funny, in England we have this thing which is the Avon catalog, and they recruit people and they just go around door to door trying to sell them this catalog of clothes, and it's this apparel store, and it's like whenever you hear the door knock you think, oh, it's the Avon lady or the Avon guy, right? It's just so annoying. Thank God I don't live in the UK anymore. I moved to Mexico City about 2.5 years ago. Now in San Diego. What you're seeing now is my home office here in San Diego. Beautiful skies outside, but yeah, just to give you some context there. Now, sales training niche. What we can do is, again, go to Udemy. On ClickerBank, it's more about kind of make money online stuff. So I usually start with udemy.com, just going through what we did before earlier in this live stream. And we can type in sales and see what comes up. And I've zoomed in here just so you guys and girls can see this on the small screen. If you're watching on your phone, God help you, right? It's going to be tiny. But if you're watching on a laptop, then it should be a lot larger. So sales training, practical sales techniques, 15,000 reviews. So 15,000, let's just use a rough estimate there. It was like 15,4 something, yeah, 15,466. So let's use 15,000 times roughly 5,000, roughly 5 times that, because again, not everyone who buys the product is going to leave a review. 5 is a very conservative multiplier. So 75,000 customers who've purchased this thing roughly, times by the price of the product is $21.99. That's $1.6 million. One product, okay? And that's an entry-level product. People don't get rich off one product. They get rich off enrolling customers into their sphere of influence, so something below $100, and then upgrading them into their premium offers, which has more value. So 1.6 million just from the entry point level kind of stuff. It's incredible. So they've gained a list of probably over 50,000 customers also, which is awesome, which they can sell into higher price stuff. So this will be a super, super profitable niche, because sales is an everyday part of life. Whether you're trying to persuade somebody to do something, or in a business environment, getting them to buy something, there's a direct correlation between your proficiency at sales and selling and your income, and the company's income you're working for if you're an employee. So, and also your commissions as well. If you get paid on commission, then as a salesperson, you need to be good at sales. And that's probably why this is so popular, right? They want to earn more. They want to step up their game. So, and also you get fired. If you're no good at sales, you get fired. So always good not to be fired. That's what I always say, unless you want to quit your job and do this stuff full time, which I welcome with whole open arms, right? So yes, this will definitely be a profitable niche to go into. Looking at your question again here, videos, articles, courses, yes. All of this stuff, anything to do with sales is very, very profitable. Just keep in mind that it needs to be new school stuff. So I would look and do the research, what I just showed you, delve into some of these courses, see what their curriculums are, see what topics they're teaching, and model them. Don't try and teach something that isn't inside what is already out there and selling well. It's more risky. You can do it, but it's more risky. And you want to minimize your risk when you're starting your business, and then do more risky things once you have an established foundation for your business, right? So yes, this niche works. Yes, it has profitability if you do the right things. In this niche, typically it's easy to sell high-priced, high-value stuff like $3,000, $5,000, $10,000 packages, because there's a direct correlation to the income they can earn from knowing that stuff, from improving their skills. So in this case, I would go from, paid traffic or organic free traffic into some sort of learning environment, whether it's a group like this one you're in now, or even just messaging people in other groups and starting a conversation with them personally, one-on-one, and then getting them on the phone for a strategy session or like a free chat, and then working them through a specific process that we teach in our coaching program to enroll them into $3,000, $5,000, $10,000 plus programs, all right? Even masterminds to improve their skills once they know the foundations. Very, very profitable. You can use PLR material, just keep in mind that that will limit how much you can charge, especially if you're planning on having a video course. If you put everything in the video course, sell it for $27, you're not going to be able to make as much money as you would do, and also provide as much value as you should be as a coach. If you were to do that. And a much better approach is to focus on just one aspect of the niche with your front-end offer, with your low price stuff, just one aspect, one tiny little segment, and then upgrade them into the full enchilada, where you give them the whole thing in a coaching program, consulting service, or mastermind retreat in real life, or something like that, right? So hopefully that makes sense. Does that make sense, Ahmed? Let me know in the comments. I would be happy to help you clarify anything that you need help with. Norman says Solidworks Certification. Well, I've not heard of any of that stuff before. Let me review that right now. I'm going to stay on the line for another probably 15 minutes or so, because I don't want these things to get super long, like 2 hours or so, because it's going to deter people from watching it all together, watching the recording. So the first thing I would do is, first off, I would Google what Solidworks Certification is, because I've never heard of that before. But how would you know that? That's incredible, right? Looking at this right now, Solidworks, become a certified associate today. 5,265 reviews. 5,265, minimum worst case scenario, 20% of people leave a review. That's 26,000 customers at $27.99. And this is discounted from $169. So who knows if people paid this reduced price, all of these people. $736,000 from this one product. Yes, this niche is profitable, okay? So this gives you a very good indication. So there we go. Another one over here, 1,000 reviews. Practice test. This one doesn't have many reviews at all. It looks like a terrible product. Looking at this here, I didn't really see any kind of desire to check this out. There we go. Getting started with SolidWorks hands-on, learn by doing. Another 4,000 reviews. So there are multiple products here. There's a lot of people buying this stuff, and looking at it, it shows there's very, very good profitability. Right now, what you can do as well is go to Facebook and search. Where is it? Let's go back to Facebook search and search for SolidWorks, and then in the left side, once again, click on groups. And you can see a bunch of groups here. So here we go, SolidWorks, 132,000 members, 28,000 members, 8,000 members, 43,000 members. You can go through here, see what people are struggling with, get a very good idea of what your niche wants, create something which matches their wants and desires, right? You'll get to know what they're struggling with, what they think, what they feel, what they think about when they're trying to fall asleep at night, like, oh, I can't get this thing right, like I can't get it to work, or whatever it is. Like, you will learn all of that stuff. They're called psychographics, the mental attributes of your audience, by doing this kind of stuff, digging into these groups. It shouldn't take you longer than 1 hour, all right? Another thing you should know as well is demographics, stuff like age, gender, location. Again, you can find that stuff out by looking inside the groups, and you'll find a common theme between people, but also you can find this out by going to the Facebook audience insights. This is for us under the time. We'll cover this, another session. It's quite a lengthy thing, but what you can do, just Google Facebook audience insights. You'll open a Facebook ads account and go inside of there, type in your niche topic, and you'll be able to find that age, gender, location, even interested topics there that are related to the topic itself. So if somebody's interested in SolidWorks, what else are they interested in? And that way you can start targeting people in those topics as well about your SolidWorks stuff, for example, in this niche, right? Does that make sense? Let me know if that makes sense over there, Norman. So 3D design software, awesome stuff. So Ahmed has a great question here. Brilliant. But if I'm not an expert, how do I coach or go down that road? Can I stay in the background? There's no such thing as staying in the background when it's an online business. It's a myth. If you're not willing to put yourself out there as a person, you are choosing the wrong business model altogether. Like, you will need to be somebody that people look up to. You don't necessarily need to do Facebook Lives. You don't need to do videos or anything like that. You can do articles. You can do a lot of written stuff. You don't need to be on camera or anything like that. But you do need to make a name for yourself in this industry with this business model. If you don't, if you try and do it as a company, people are going to find it difficult to relate to you. All right. It's not a physical product where people have something to look at. It's like trying to sell a physical product without a photo of the product. Does that make sense? It's like, hey, I've got this brand new phone for you, but you can't see what it looks like. Would you buy it? Probably not, right? So same thing with a car, same thing with anything really. I've got this brand new car for you over here, brand new Lamborghini. It looks really cool, but I'm not going to show it to you. You can't take it for a test drive, and you've got no other information about it. Are you going to buy it? A lot of people with a lot of money would say yes, right? But because it's a Lamborghini. But for the most part, people want to see you as an authority figure. In this industry, it's very much about like selling yourself as somebody who knows something. And although we have the company Digital Prosperity, it's still me on camera. It's still me doing this stuff as the figurehead of the company. We have a whole team here. It's not just me. We have a HR manager. We have Lee, our customer client success manager. We have copywriters, graphic designers, all that good stuff. But we still represent the company with one person, one authority figure, right? So hopefully that makes sense. Yes, you can still make it work when you're not an expert. Everyone starts out from the same place. You don't need to be this authority figure who is the best in the world. I'm not Richard Branson. I haven't traveled to space, right? So just because you're not the best, it doesn't mean that people are not going to follow you and listen to you, right? So keep that in mind. You don't need to be the best. You just need to know one thing more than your audience, all right? Now, for those of you joining us as well, and those of you who are sitting on the sidelines watching this call, or maybe catching the recording, please let me know if you have any niche ideas. But also, if you would like to do this in a more private setting, so you don't reveal your niche to everyone else or something like that, then please go ahead and go to digitalprosperity.com/chat. Did you like how I did that? I don't know if this is going to come across backwards on camera. Let me check. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen here. Yes, it's backwards on camera. Winning, right? So digitalprosperity.com/chat. If you go to that URL, I'll put it in the chat box as well in the comments. Actually, you know what? I'll leave it for the people attending live and the people watching this point in the recording as well, because only the action takers should have access to this, really. But what you can do if you want to keep your niche secret and you want to chat with us about your niche options, about your ideas for your online business, about what you've done so far, and also about your goals, we can actually give you a plan right there on the phone to go from where you currently are to where you want to be. And that's 100% free. No obligation whatsoever. If at the end of the call you do want to learn more about our coaching program, our other programs as well, and see if they're a good fit for you, and you can decide, it's up to you, we're not going to hard sell you on them, that's totally fine as well. But either way, you're going to come away from this call knowing if your niche is profitable, because we'll research it right there on the phone with you, and we'll do a bit of pre-research as well. And also we will kind of give you a plan for what to do with that niche after you've chosen it. What are the steps you need to take? What is that proven plan to get to 10K a month minimum? All right, it's a free call. Go to digitalprosperity.com/chat. Is it going to show up backwards? There we go. That's one way around it for this session. digitalprosperity.com/chat. Go to that URL and you'll be able to tell us a little bit more about you. Nothing invasive. We're not going to ask for your shoe size or something weird, just so we can know how to contact you and to do a bit of research about your ideas and stuff before getting on the phone together. We'll, after that point, hit submit, and you'll be able to schedule a session with us at a time and date that suits you. It'll be next week now because of the weekend, of course. It's Friday today. Woohoo! And we get to enjoy the weekend, and then we'll go, hit the ground running early next week with a call with you and go through those niche ideas and your plans for your online business. Again, it's totally optional. You don't have to do it, but if you want to speed up your progress and stop spinning your wheels and get unstuck as fast as possible, then that is a great option for you. Once again, digitalprosperity.com/chat. All right. Anyway, I'm going to look in the group for questions as well. Perfect. Ahmed says, thank you. No worries at all, Ahmed. Glad I could help you. I'm always here to help you. Last call for questions. One thing I do really want to hammer home is we are here to help you in the group. So if you do feel like, I wish I'd have asked James that, or if you're watching this in the recording, go ahead and comment. Just comment. And if you're watching the recording and you've reached the very end of this session, round of applause. It's difficult to watch nearly an hour-long recording without any kind of interruptions nowadays, right? So go ahead and comment end. Just end. And then everyone else watching this is going to be like, what the hell are they on about? Like, end. Why are they saying end? And it's going to be hilarious. Just a little inside joke. Just put end. It'll be really funny. So go ahead, put that. And also I can reach out to you and see if you need any help as well, just as a little bonus icing on the cake as well. All right. So hopefully you've enjoyed this session. Hopefully you found it valuable. If you have, go ahead and leave a comment in the comment section below. I read all of them, by the way. It's not like some automated thing. It's me personally reading all of these. It's me personally replying to you. So let me know. Otherwise, hope you have a great weekend. Hope you've really enjoyed this stuff and keep working on that business. Ahmed says, James, you have a done-for-you website setup. Yes, I do. Yes, you can use it. Aaron, that's so funny saying end. It's just going to be funny. Yep, Ahmed, if you, you know what? I'll send you a private message immediately after this call. I'll send you a PM on Facebook and we can chat, all right? Awesome. And anyone else wanting any kind of done-for-you solution, reach out to me on Facebook. On the messenger thing, just send me a private message on my page or my profile. Either way, it's fine. Or even just post in the group, hey, James, could you reach out to me about the done-for-you thing? Either way, let me know and I'll be able to help you, right? We have coaching programs, we have done-for-you solutions where we build a business for you, get it to 10K a month and hand it back to you, right? So quite a few options there. Let me know if you want any of those. Either way, Norman says, are the recordings from earlier this week available? Which recordings from earlier this week? So we only had, this is our first live Facebook stream, actually. So this is the only recording that's going to be available. If you want to go ahead and check out our previous content, yes, they are in the group. Just scroll down the group and you'll find a ton of different videos, content. And also if you go to the guides section in the group, if I show you right now, if we go to, where is it? There we go, open that in a new tab. If you go to guides at the very top of the group, there's a whole bunch of content there, like how to start a business the right way, how much it costs to start an online business, 3 steps to find a profitable niche, which is basically what I've shown you, but with less detail, I guess, just for a little overview or quick summary or quick start, if you want to call it that. Why affiliate marketing is a bad idea, the 3 core focuses of your business to get to 10K a month, the MVP method to accelerate your progress, some client results. We're going to be adding loads here. We've got tons of them on our website, by the way. digitalprosperity.com and then just click on client results. We have all of these when the page loads, all of these testimonials, results, people getting awesome life-changing results. So yeah, there's a ton of stuff in here. Also why I moved to San Diego. If you're curious, if you want a bit of weekend watching, weekend leisure, it's all there. So yeah, we've got tons of stuff in there, and let me know if you want something covered as well. I'll be happy to help, all right? So have a great rest of the weekend. Hopefully you've enjoyed this, and I'll see you all very, very soon. Bye-bye.